Hey, what's up? It's Chris, aka Bacon Jerky, and I'd like to welcome you to the first episode of the PvP show. Yay! In today's episode, we are going to do some Rift Mage PvP. What I decided to do to kick off this series is to have a little mini series itself, and that is going through every class of Rift and getting them to level 10 and then PvPing with them.
First blood.
And the class that I like the most is the class that I will get to max level first. And right now with my Mage, I'm running pretty much a Necromancer Warlock spec with a little bit of domination.
Killing spree.
And I'm really liking this, even though I've heard that a sort of Pyro spec is supposed to be the best spec. But I'm currently playing with this one and I really like it.
Killing spree.
I mean, I'm a mage, I'm squishy, I know that, so I'm hanging out in the back, I'm just nuking people down. I'm playing more like a support class in the sense of I'm not 1v1ing anybody. If I see a player getting attacked that's on my team, I'll attack the guy that's attacking them, and then we could both double team him. I mean, this is PvP,
Rampage.
so it's an all-out war.
Killing spree.
And there's only one small problem that I'm having. The number 4 button on my action bar. What it's supposed to do is whenever I apply my 2 dots, which are the first 2 buttons, I'm not sure exactly what they're called. Once I apply those 2, a debuff is supposed to start on the target, and after that debuff, it stacks, and whenever I push 4, it's supposed to hit them really big. It pretty much takes all the dot damage and hits them with it. And for some reason I cannot get it to work in PvP. Like every once in a while I'll see it show up, but by the time it shows up, the player's already dead. And that was supposed to be like my heavy hitter, my big nuke, so maybe it doesn't say in the tooltip that it can be used against players or whatever, but it's possible that it can't. But in this match, we're supposed to hold on to that fang that's floating in the air right there, and the longer that your team holds on to it, and the further away from your starting base that you hold it, the more points you get. And like I said, with the further away from the base, it increases the interval at which you gain those points. If you hold it right next to your base, it goes up by 1. Those trees over there, it goes up by probably 2 or 3, but where he's standing at now, it's going up by 6. Plus you get points per kill. That guy thought he had me, but he didn't realize that half my team was spawning out of the graveyard and just overwhelmed him while I kited him around. And see, I'm pretty sure I was just fighting another mage, but I don't know what spec he was. because he seemed to hit a lot harder than me. He probably was also level 19, while I am only like probably 10 through 12 in this entire video. So the score cap for this match is going to be 500. Whenever we hit 500, we'll win. And there we go. And I topped the chart. Alright, this next match, I'm not exactly sure what we have to do here. I always spend most of my time just killing players. I think you're supposed to hold on to different orbs of power, and just like the other one, the longer you hold on to them, the more points you get. And I think killing players also contributes to your total. I have noticed a lot of times, and it always seems to be in this warfront, that there's a lot of multi-boxers. You know, the people that play with 4 accounts of the same exact class that all follow each other and use the same exact moves at the same exact time on the same exact target. Yeah, that actually happened in my warrior video, I believe. And
First
you'll
blood.
see that one. That is actually my next episode. But
Killing
just like I
spree.
always recommend, stay with your team. Don't run off on your own and try to be a hero, unless you really are a hero. I mean, then go for it. But I actually went that entire last warfront without my cutouts. I decided I should probably bring him out for
Savior.
this one. And I'm using the knight because he's a little bit more tanky than the zealot, which is like a dual wielder DPS pet. This guy's a tanky pet, so he can handle a little bit more damage. And if he's up in someone's face and they tab to target me, they're going to target him first. So they're going to hit him a couple of times, and during that time, I'll be nuking them down. And if you were wondering, I play Defiant side on the Sea Stone Shard. I actually play that with a few friends of mine. They actually talked me into joining that server. I did play Rift when it first launched,
Killing spree.
but I couldn't really get into it. I think I played it for probably 2 or 3 weeks, and I got a level 24 or 25
Rampage.
cleric, but since it's been so long, I really couldn't get back into playing him. So I decided to start up these new characters, and I was like, hey, let's turn it into a series, and
Killing spree.
whichever one I actually like, I'll level that one first. We're starting to lose now because we're not holding the orbs anymore. And I have a bit of lag whenever I first like run down into a fight.
Killing spree. Savior.
I accidentally pushed the button. I don't even know what button I pushed, but it brought up the scoreboard.
Savior.
After this match, I'll be going into some
Killing spree.
PvE. It'll just follow me around while I do a quest, and then I'll give my closing comments. I kind of want to know what class that is. It looks like it's just a big flamethrower class. I mean, I kick their ass every time I see them, but it does look like a pretty fun class to play. Just AoEing the hell out of everybody. Like, that's another thing, another class that would probably be played the exact same way I'm playing this mage. And that's sticking with the team, putting dots on everybody while your teammates do the heavy hits. See, the very first thing I do is apply my dots. And after that, I do a few instant casts because I'm probably getting chased, so I'm kiting them. I have a electric shock sort of spell. Like, I'm sorry, I'm a noob. I don't know the names of my spells. I just run around and click. But while I'm kiting or pillar humping, I'll spam that button while my dots are ticking away at them, and then I'll just reapply my dots. I didn't stand a chance against that person. I don't know if they glitched to where I was standing or if they were stealthed. Just like in one of my past videos, my rogue, I don't play a stealth class rogue. I play a demolitionist, pretty much, a saboteur. I just run around throwing bombs at people. See, that's the flamethrower that I was talking about. It ticks away a lot of health, but not a lot of health at the exact same time. It ticks faster than my dots, but it hits a lot weaker. It probably hits for like maybe 10 to 16, so my health doesn't drop that drastically. I just kind of like ran down the steps into their whole team, and I'm trying to nuke down one of their orb carriers. I'm getting some heals off, or I'm not healing, someone healed me.
Killing spree.
Which is good, because this game's actually a really hard game to heal in.
Killing spree.
And I'll talk about that whenever I'm doing my cleric video. I don't know about mage healing, that's another thing. Mages can heal. Clerics can heal. Warriors can tank. And rogues can tank. And I also think clerics can tank. I don't know if mages can tank. I highly doubt it because they are a cloth wearer. but I believe the rogue tanks rely more on dodge. I just saw one of my teammates die, so now I'm trying to avenge them, and it doesn't really happen because there were about 2 or 3 enemies on the same platform. I don't know if all of them were targeting me or if just that one that I was fighting was.
Juggernaut.
I believe the point cap for this warfront is 1,000. But it's a lot more hectic than the Black Garden warfront,
Rampage.
where you just run around holding the fang. This one you have 3 people holding orbs, plus you have 15 people per team. I think the other one's about 10 people per team, but with 15 people per team in a very small area like this, where it's just a circular library, you can score pretty quick. And yes, again, I did top the charts. Alright, so now I'm going to give my closing comments. Okay, so again, I play the Necromancer, Warlock, Dominator spec. I really like this class with this spec. I can stand back with my teammates and spam like everything, and I can top the charts. It's kind of a face roll class, really. And I have so many instant casts. I have my 2 dots, plus I have that instant electric spell that only has a global. So really, if they're not paying any attention, I can nuke them down before they even get to me. And if that number 4 spell would ever work, then they definitely would be dead before they reach me. But overall, out of a 10, I would give this probably a 9.5 out of 10. The reason why is because of the mobility. Since I do have the instant spells, I can kite all day long. So, not many classes can do that. Another reason, I really like the pet that I have, the Skeleton Knight. Even though in later PvP matches, I did play a couple of PvP matches off camera, and I used the Zealot. The Zealot does hit a lot harder than the Knight, but he also goes down a lot quicker. Like, he gets 2 shot. Pretty much that's all I have to say about this class. I actually think the Mage will be the one that I level up first so far. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on the next episode of the PvP show. Thanks for watching.